Monday Night Raw, coming to you live from freaking New York, the Barclays Center. And it's starting out with none other than Paul Heyman, who's an advocate for his client, Brock Lesnar. And they come on out. And you know, Paul is all celebrating with his happiness, doing his usual spiel, you know. Paul's out here like, hey, look, check this out. I don't deliver, you know what I'm saying, predictions. I'm just telling spoilers. And you can even see Brock. Brock was on the way out there. He's got a smile on his face. He's a little extra spring in his step, you know what I'm saying? Because last night's match was pretty damn good, if I may say so my damn self, okay? You know what I'm saying? And then check this out. So he's out there, they're doing their thing, they running their mouth, celebrating and all of that good stuff. Then out comes none other than Braun Strowman, Mr. Ambulance flipping himself, Mr. I'm not finished with you yet. Mr. You're trash, just like Roman Reigns is trash. Oh yeah, Mr. Braun Strowman comes on out there, and he didn't even, I'm like, all right, well, what's gonna happen here? You know what I'm saying? Because Brock Lesnar, noticed he took everybody to Suplex City last night, right? But he did not take Braun Strowman to Suplex City at all. He didn't do really anything to Braun Strowman. So you knew that something was going on there. So Braun just comes on out, staring Brock face to face. Brock over here laughing like, why am I going to even take this guy seriously? He's like, ha 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 ha, you know, doing his thing, Brock, because he's Brock, right? Strowman reaches out to touch someone like he's freaking AT&T, chokes the man up, then proceeds to try to choke slam him. Brock Lesnar like, I ain't having none of that. But ultimately, Braun Strowman sends the motherfucker all packing and shit. He sent Brock Lesnar packing, which we suspected was going to happen because last night at Summerslam, which I know y'all saw, Brock Lesnar was pretty much getting manhandled all up and down that freaking arena by Braun Strowman. And it was a beautiful thing to see because we haven't really seen anybody do such a thing to Braun Strowman, to Brock Lesnar like that. So that was nice and refreshing. Very, very happy about that. I cannot wait to see that freaking match at No Mercy. You know it's going to be good. Braun freaking Strowman, and he has come a long way from the dude that was with the Wyatts just like a year and a half ago, you know, back when they had that first encounter in that Royal Rumble. I knew something special was going to come out of that, you know what I'm saying? And Braun is definitely living up to the potential. All right, so next up here we got Enzo versus Big Cass. Again, why? I have no idea. Enzo comes on out and does his usual thing again. You know, he gets the New York crowd all hyped up. Of course, he's going to get the New York crowd all hyped up because, you know, Enzo's just going to get any kind of crowd hyped up. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Big Cass. He's coming on out there. And really not much to report about this other than Big Cass. It looked like he actually hurt himself. From the best I could tell, it looked like when he was coming over the rope, Enzo pulled the rope down. He goes big boot over the top of the rope. And it looked like he came down hard on his knee or twisted it up a little bit. So they stopped that match, and Enzo won by a forfeit or injury. Yeah, there you go. So I think Big Cass is actually hurt from that. Nothing much to really report from that, other than why in the world is Enzo still trying to fight Big Cass? And second, the heck was Enzo doing carrying around KY jelly on him, slipping out of the shark cage only to get kicked in the face? Why would you have Enzo do all of that to get out the shark cage? He's all like, I'm gonna rip off all my clothes and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Strip on down, pull out the KY jelly, literally KY jelly, rub it all on himself, slide out the shark cage, and they're like, okay, let's see where this is going, right? He out the shark cage to get kicked in the face by Big Cass, and he's laid out for like an hour. I don't even know. Check this out. Anyway. So we got Emma backstage. She's talking shit, you know what I'm saying? And she's just running her mouth, you know what I'm saying? Just this and that, and then she's actually running her mouth about my preciousness Nia Jax, but don't even realize that all of that voluptuousness, that all of that sultriness, all of that pulchritudinous is just standing behind her. Just all of that woman is just standing right behind Emma, and she don't even notice it, and just running her mouth, and it's just like, oh, she's behind me. And then basically Nia's like, I'm gonna kick your ass tonight. I just summed it up for you all. There you go. So then we got Emma Jax. How we got Emma versus Nia Jax, okay? Now check it. I thought it was gonna be a good match. Once again, every time I think it's gonna be a good match because freaking Emma's really good, it's a squash match. Alright? My precious Nia, she came on out there, she did the damage, and she squashed up Emma. She said, bam, done. You know what I'm saying? 3 minutes. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Now we got Eliasness and his awesome, I mean, goodness gracious, Elias Sampson. Woo! El Vagabundo. Man, So he's out there and he's singing his song. And his one last night was really good too. I mean, he just freaking. I mean, if I may take the time to just say so, he pretty much just had a damn concert at Summerslam. He cut 2 songs and they were pretty damn good, if I may say so. So he comes on out here, he's doing his thing. He's like, I got a song for y'all. He's just running around the crowd, you know, typical spiel, you know what I'm saying. And R-Truth comes on out to freaking interrupt him for the 2nd week in a row. R-Truth has interrupted him, and the first thing he said, ain't nobody got time for that. Look, R-Truth. We got time for that, all right? A lot of us are Elias Sampson fans, and we got time to hear him, okay? Who wants to walk with Elias? We want to walk with Elias, okay? Big Elias fan, all right? So Elias just demolishes R-Truth in decisive manner. Fantastic. Get R-Truth out of the way, you know what I'm saying? Totally happy with that. All right, so now we got Kurt Angle. And he coming on out here, you know what I'm saying? And they got you suck, which is really fitting for the next guy that he's about to introduce, John Cena. Because once John Cena comes out, here comes the crowd again, like clockwork, like, John Cena sucks, you suck, John Cena sucks, you suck. It's just amazing how it could have just flowed like that. So now we got John Cena, the free agent, for no apparent reason, just because he's John Cena. You know, look, check this out. I really, I want to drive this point in right here, okay? When Vince McMahon did the brand split, and he said, I want blood, damn it. Well, he said, well, not literally blood, but figuratively, you know what I'm saying? I want competition, you know? I want it in your face, you know? I want the weakliness. And they really haven't gone back to the whole brand splitness. I don't want to see more free agentness, you know, with people going back and forth. And you know, luckily, they're trying to segue their own storylines and whatnot. So just please, I don't want to see more people become free agents and going back and forth. I like the brand split. I want to see where we're going with that. So anyway, John Cena is out here. And you know, he's coming on out here looking as free as ever in Super Cena mode. And that's him saying it now. He acknowledges he's Super Cena mode. He's like, he came over here. He wants to fight somebody. Someone's really been on his mind. And before he can even say who it was, Roman Reigns comes on out. And yes, I'm one of those people who does not like Roman Reigns. And let me clarify why. I don't want everybody to be like, oh, you're just one of those people that doesn't like him. Check this out. Here's why I don't like Roman Reigns, okay? Now, Roman Reigns is good in the ring. I like the toughness when he puts on a good match. He really does put on a good match, especially when he's working with Braun Strowman. You know what I'm saying? He delivers. But check this. This is the thing about Roman, okay? Roman's not with the Shield anymore, right? But he still has the Shield music, okay? Check this out. Roman still has the same attire, the same attitude. It's like Seth Rollins has gone on so many character changes, you know what I'm saying? Ups and downs, and you see that with Seth Rollins, right? Even Dean Ambrose, we've seen these ups and downs with Dean Ambrose. We even had Dean with Steve Austin on you know, he was calling him lazy and shit, and then they even put that angle into there, right, with the Miz, and back when he was on SmackDown fighting with him, right? But what really have you seen with Roman that's brought out his character, that's really challenged Roman? Nothing. Same boring theme song. Excuse me, not the theme song. It's not that it's boring, but it's just that when he uses the Shield music for a group that supposedly disbanded to the point now that we got Seth and Dean back, but they can't even really use their own Shield music and do their intro because Roman Reigns has it. You get what I'm saying here? If Roman was to display perhaps a little bit more personality, maybe they would to put something, you know, Roman into something that would kind of humanize him, you know, maybe people would be more on board with the guy. It's not so much that they shove him down your throat, you know, it's how they shove him down your throat. Because check this out, if you shoving some good food down a motherfucker's throat, they're not gonna really care. WWE could be force feeding you delicious freaking pizza, you wouldn't really care. But it's the fact that WWE is force feeding you this crap called Roman Reigns is what makes it an issue. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't care about the Roman Reigns problem being forced down my throat. It's how it's being delivered that's just making it just so tiresome and so bland. But anyway, Roman comes out and then he's all like, check this, man, look, you running your mouth on Twitter, I ain't a hard guy to find, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? They look like they about to fight. And that obviously is like $1 million feud. And Miz comes on out to interrupt that because I'm like, thankfully, we don't want to give that away for free. We give away too much stuff for free on TV anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, save that for a pay-per-view. Miz comes on out, he interrupts, and this right here, boy, Miz was damn near cutting a freaking CM Punk type pipe bomb. He was laying in with some real stuff here, you know. It was like, check this out, you know, these guys here keep getting opportunity after opportunity, and it's just like, why do they even need it? You guys are booing them, you don't like them, you do like them, you don't even know what's going on. You know, I deserve an opportunity. I've been here for 12 years, you know. I bust my ass day in and day out. And it's true, The Miz has stepped it up into such ways that I didn't think a guy that I grew up watching on the freaking, what was it, Real World, Road Rules, you know what I'm saying? Seeing him on MTV to make it all the way to here, back when he was tagging with freaking Johnny Mundo, you know, or John Morrison, excuse me. And you know, all the way up to now, seeing his character progression to now, I mean, that man is magic on the freaking microphone, you know. And he really laid it into him, and as usual, per John Cena, when you start laying it into him seriously, he makes jokes and everything out of it. And that was pretty much it. Yeah. And then John Cena was just like, hell, let me kill your thunder. And how about this? Let's just make it a pretty obvious tag team. How about you and your lackeys versus me and Roman Reigns? And I'm thinking to myself, oh, not this bullshit. You telling me The Miz and his lackeys is going to put some damage on Roman Reigns and John Cena? So I'm already off the top of the head like, come on, why is this going to happen? Freaking Samoa Joe's music just comes out of nowhere, and I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, I hope Samoa Joe ain't gonna come out here and freaking kill The Miz, you know what I'm saying? But actually he's like, look, if anybody's gonna be fighting, it's gonna be me, you know what I'm saying? So Samoa Joe interjects and makes himself The Miz's tag team partner for tonight. And I'm like, oh look, check this out. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in there fighting and whatnot, you know, and several times Joe almost got that coquina clutch on John Cena. I did notice that, you know what I'm saying, but he was saved by Roman Reigns. Boo. You know what I'm saying? Alright, check this out. Up next, you know what I'm saying, we got the cruiserweights in the ring. So it's an 8 match, you know what I'm saying, a 4-on-4. We got Mustafa Ali, who's freaking awesome. Check this out, seriously. I'm not even gonna lie. It is so nice to see an Arab dude in the WWE that is not a terrorist character, that is not heel, that does not hate America, and that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so seeing Mustafa Ali, and that guy is amazing, and he can go. So it was impressive to see him. Rich Swann, I mean, come on, man. Do I have to tell people? I mean, Rich Swann is amazing. He just got to cut back on all of that dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? But Rich Swann is amazing. Cedric Alexander, oh my goodness gracious. This dude used to be like, what, 240 something? And now he's like 205? Man, and freaking Grand Metalik. Where the hell is Grand Metalik, man? I ain't seen Grand Metalik since the freaking the cruiserweight tournament, and then he was, you know, scattered here and there and whatnot. But he managed to show up in here to take on freaking Daivari, Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, and Noam Dar. That's right. And who do you think won in that match? Because every time you see these throwaway matches, and that's kind of what this was. This was a throwaway match. You know, everybody got their little shit up in there. You know what I'm saying? I was just what 5 minutes, you know, and the good guys won in an obvious manner. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't even nothing much to report about, and that's why 205 doesn't get the love that it deserves, because we got a 3-hour show with Monday Night Raw, and they don't give the cruiserweights enough time to shine. Think about when the cruiserweights was originating. I don't know if you guys was watching WCW back in the day, but the cruiserweights actually had time. And the cruiserweights, I mean, not that these guys aren't good, but they were allowed to showcase that in more than just a couple of minute matches, you know what I'm saying? And they were actually in storylines and whatnot, not just like slap togetherness, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I dig the cruiserweights. I love the high flyingness and all that stuff. I just want more attention to come to them because they're really good. I like them. And I would like to see more of the non-average fans get on into them. You know, as WWE's, you know, I was talking about the casual fans and all that stuff. I want to see more of those guys get on up into the cruiserweights. You know what I'm saying? All right. So now, look, backstage we got Robot Dorsha, and I call her that because the poor girl, she can't improvise. She's very, very pretty. I'm pretty sure maybe outside of it, she's nice, but the way she comes off, her facial expressions, her mannerisms, she's just robotic. She doesn't show any passion, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't really smile or anything, and she's just really concerned about like how her looks come off, you know what I'm saying? And I would love to see her invest in actually asking the superstars better questions, because last night when she was asking them superstars those idiotic questions in that darn what the heck, the social media lounge with the Shield, and was like, so what are you guys going to call yourselves? And I'm thinking to myself, like, she just asked the Shield, what are they going to call themselves? They are the Shield, Charlie. How does it feel? How does it feel? It feels like when we was the Shield before beating up people. Anyway, moving along. I cannot take it. You know what I'm saying? But she's backstage with Neville, you know, Tozawa and O'Neal. Tozawa, he's invoking his rematch clause. They come up in there like, rematch. You know what I'm saying? So 205, they're gonna have the rematch. I hope Neville wins, because seriously, nobody is on the Neville level. That man is freaking amazing. Alright? I mean, he's freaking amazing. Nobody's on that guy's level. Neville is so good. I'm not sure why Neville is a cruiserweight. I think he's a cruiserweight. My friend Jeanette, she was like, look, check this. Neville is down there to elevate the cruiserweights. Because Neville is so good, he doesn't need to be a cruiserweight. That man is freaking amazing. And this is some of the best heel work that I have seen on the roster. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about it, his mannerisms, the way he sounds, you know what I'm saying? Like he's doing above 100%. So I don't want Neville to lose to Tozawa. So that's just personally me. So Jason Jordan is, you know, he's backstage with his pops, you know what I'm saying? Kurt Angle up in there, and he's like, look, check this out, man. I don't want no favoritism or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But I want a match tonight. So, let me get a piece of that Finn Balor, though. And Kurt's like, you sure you ready for that, son? You sure you ready for that Finn Balor? So he's like, yeah, all right, you want to do that? All right, let's do it. You want to get some Finn Balor, you know what I'm saying? All right, bam. So they make the match. Finn Balor versus Jason Jordan. Bang, bang, boom, boom. It's done. All right. So now we got Seth Rollins with Dean Ambrose, and I don't understand, why aren't they using the Shield music? Or check this out. Or are they trying to build up to that we're gonna eventually use the Shield music and whatnot? We're just gonna have to take that back from Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? So you know they come on out there, and you know, they're out there talking the smack, you know what I'm saying? We the Shield, we the best, yada yada yada, you know what I'm saying? Well, they didn't say they was the Shield, but you know what I'm saying? They the best, you know, they had their match last night, you know what I'm saying? They won the tag team titles. And now we got the Hardys coming on out here. The Unbroken Hardys or something like that. What do they call themselves? The Unbroken, the Unfeathered Hardys is on out here. And then they pretty much challenge him. So I was okay with that, because I'm a big Hardys guy, you know what I'm saying? All the way down from when I first saw that match at Madison Square Garden with the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian. So I am a huge Hardys fan. So seeing this, I knew this was going to be good here. But ultimately, I knew the Hardys was not going to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, they're not going to sit here and just going to go over on the freaking 3/4 of the Shield. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like the dichotomy between Jeff Hardy and Dean Ambrose, because everybody know them some crazy ass dudes right here. Jeff Hardy, that man's jumped off of everything, you know, does all kinds of stuff, throws caution to the wind, uses his body as a weapon. Same thing with Dean, jumps off of all kinds of stuff, throws caution to the wind, uses his body as a weapon. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's crazy, he's lunatic, you know what I'm saying? He's out of his mind and shit. Jeff Hardy he's long gone out of his mind and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So definitely like that, especially with Matt Hardy to the architect, Seth Rollins, you know what I'm saying? Both the thinking guys of the group, you know what I'm saying? A little bit eccentric, a little bit out there, you know what I'm saying? Very, very vain and full of themselves, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely like the similarities. That was a very interesting dichotomy right there, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, of course, the Shield, and I'm calling them the Shield. The Shield, they go over on the Hardys, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, so we got Miz backstage, right? With Samoa Joe talking about, look, we got to go over the plan, you know what I'm saying? And Samoa Joe's all like, look, you take what the plan is. You two, be on point outside. You, do whatever it is, whatever weird shit is you do, basically. And I'm going to do me. And we going to win this. Pretty much. Just like that. And they were like, what? I'm like, look, Miz was running his mouth too much when that segment first started. I was like, look, Miz, you're going a little bit too much. This is motherfucker Samoa Joe here. He gets a little upset a little too easily. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, look, just slow it down some, Miz. And I'm just glad Samoa Joe didn't coquina clutch the three of them right there. Because I figured Joe could put that shit on all three of them at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. Sasha, the woman's champ, she's coming on out to celebrate. But of course, it's interrupted by Alexa Bliss. You know, she's like, you know, whatever, I'm going to let you get this. You know, I want my rematch and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Look, and Sasha was like, hey, check in New York. She pandering to the crowd. Sasha barely, I barely like her. You know what I'm saying? A Bostonian ass. You know what I'm saying? Her and Clam Chowder, the only two things that I like coming out of Boston. You know what I'm saying? And she's doing a little bit of pandering, talking about the curse is finally over because every time, you know what I'm saying, she's pretty much lost in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Alexa's all like, look, check it. You are terrible at defending that title. I'm going to get it back. So Alexa's all confident, like, my rematch clause, I'm going to get the title back because you suck at defending it. And that's kind of true. Sasha does have a bad track record of defending that belt. So Alexa's really freaking confident about that. You know what I'm saying? All right. So now we got Jason Jordan coming on now to freaking fight Finn Balor. And I was already like, oh man, this could be a good match if they allow it to. And they actually allowed it to be a good match, minus the beach ball and the freaking overly amped up crowd. Just, look, check this out. Y'all gonna throw a beach ball, and this is to anybody's listening that was up there in the New York crowd. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna throwing a beach ball around and all of that. One thing. But during freaking Finn Balor, come on, this is freaking Finn Balor. Even if you didn't like Jason Jordan, you could have just been like, look, let me hold this beach ball aside until Finn Balor is gone. Then after that, we could throw that shit around, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just certain people, you know, like, don't be doing that, you know what I'm saying? So they got the beach ball flying around. It was actually a really good, competitive, back and forth match. You know what I'm saying? Jason Jordan was even trying to extend the hand out. And then Finn Balor was like, I ain't want none of that shit. And Jason Jordan should have realized that this dude is still hyped from off of his match last night when he was fighting fucking Bray Wyatt all up in that demon form. So you know the testosterone and the adrenaline is still flowing in his head. So you can tell, because usually Finn Balor is not that kind of a dude. But I did peep that though. You know, Jason was trying to extend the hand and he wasn't having none of it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I chalk that up to Bray Wyatt probably still all up in his head, a little nerved up, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, after that is over, boom, boom, bang, bang. We got the finale coming on up. Miz with my man Samoa Joe. But look, check this out. Seriously, Miz, in terms of my power rankings, has moved up so freaking high. As I have said earlier, Miz is freaking amazing. He's talking smack style promos, and I just look. I want to see him go places. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's gonna go places. Just give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? He's doing that. You know. So Miz out here with freaking Samoa Joe versus John and Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? Like with the booing in this, like, holy crap, man. Like throughout the night, the people could not decide on who they wanted to boo until they both said, you both suck. You know what I'm saying? But more of that, you know what I'm saying, out here. It was a decent match. You know, it started kind of late, so I knew it wasn't going to end too long. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, what it was, about 10 minutes or so, maybe 12 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And it was more of a beach ball. More beach ball flying around during this match. I'm like, come on, for Samoa Joe, y'all gonna fly the beach ball around for Samoa Joe? Alright, the Miz you may not like. Okay, it's understandable, New York. Obviously you don't like John Cena. You know what I'm saying? That Bostonian, get him out of here too. You know, and you don't like Roman Reigns. That's understandable. But for Samoa Joe, y'all could have put the beach ball away for frickin' Samoa Joe. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, it was a freaking great match. You know, I thought that they might. Actually, I thought they were Miz and Samoa Joe was gonna win when Roman Reigns Superman punched John Cena. So I was like, okay, so check this out. Dude's gonna win. All right, I'm okay with that. Joe goes and gets taken out by freaking Roman Reigns out there. John Cena's down, and I'm like, all right, look, Miz is going to do a skull crush, and no, he's not. He's not going to do anything, because Miz takes too long. Don't you know John Cena has some of the fastest recoveryness in the WWE? Y'all can sit there and just celebrate. And John Cena gets him in the AA, and coincidentally, he doesn't kick out. I've noticed everybody else, other than Miz and Baron Corbin, can't seem to kick out of an AA, but everybody else is kicking out of the AA left and right, you know, forcing John Cena to have to use two freaking Jinder Mahals kicking out of the AA and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Baron Corbin couldn't kick out of the AA, and Miz couldn't kick out of the AA. There's just little things like that I noticed, you know, like, I don't know how they determine, all right, well, tonight, you're going to kick out of the AA. Well, you know, on this night, sell the AA a little bit more, you know, and this night, John Cena's going to have to do 3 of them on you. So I don't know what determines that. But that's what happened there, and that was the end of the match. They all celebrated, and then even you saw John Cena standing there with Roman Reigns, and then you can mouth to him, and he was like, "My bad." You know, I could see that clear as day to him. You know, it was like, all right, so Roman, you did just punch John Cena up in the face, and John Cena's holding his jaw like, yo, man, that shit hurt. You know, I'm John Cena. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to just straight punch you in the face. I know accidents happen. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that was an accident. And then once Roman Reigns mouthed to him, "My bad," John Cena was like, okay, shit was an accident. And, you know, John Cena being John Cena just brushed it off, did his Super Cena-ness, celebrated, got the crowd hyped. I don't know if there was a dark match or anything. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. I don't know. But that's pretty much what happened to them. And they did not really give me a setup or anything to next week. I don't know what's going on. My best guess is that this shit is going to get better. Why is it going to get better? Because Raw just a couple of months ago, a couple of months ago was garbage. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting slightly better. Even if it's minuscule, even if it's like, it's progress. Meanwhile,